What is going on, fragrance family, and welcome back to another My2Scents, the Godfather Fragrance Family Saturday evening live. Hope everybody is doing fantastic today. Oh, we got a great one for you today. Hope y'all like boozy fragrances. Yep, my 8 FDB video, Pete, thank you for noticing, is almost at 5,000 views. I do know. Thank you to producer Michael for sharing that across his channel. But guys, my name is Brian. If you don't already know yet, I am the Godfather of the Fragrance Family. Hope everybody's doing awesome tonight. Well, I see we only have one on. What's going on, Pete? How are you tonight? If you're watching this in the future, go ahead and leave me whatever your scent of the day is. And if you are on here right now, go ahead and leave me your scent of the day in the comments. I will show you what I was rocking. It kind of goes hand in hand with what we are going to be talking tonight. What up, Jace? And I'm wearing Mayor Olfactive Treachery. One that every single one of my subscribers should definitely get their nose on. This right here is beautiful boozy tobacco and vanilla out of St. Louis, Missouri. Or St. Louis, Missouri, I like to call it. What up, Louis? Hope everybody's doing great today. How was your day? Talk to me, Smalls. I've had a very productive day. I think we are also going to have a special guest. I do believe if he hops on here. I don't know if he's going to. Ooh. Pete, that's a good one. Lacoste Homme Intense. Love that fragrance. Don't own it. But I've definitely smelled it before. It's a good fragrance. I love Lacoste Pour Homme. Good boozy fragrance. And a couple Atelier des Ors samples. That's awesome. Which ones are you rocking? Which one you test driving? Invictus Intense, good boozy fragrance. Believe it or not, it is actually a good boozy fragrance. Oh, Chanel Platinum Egoist. Man after my own heart. Love that fragrance. Mancera's Silver Blue. Awesome, Jace. So how do you like that silver blue? Let me know. I have not tried that one yet. I saw it pop up at Lucky Scent not too long ago. I think that's one of their newer ones, if I do believe. But I mean, Mancera's popping out new fragrances pretty much all the time. They're like bunny rabbits. I'm going to leave. If anybody wants to hop in, you're more than welcome to. This is a completely open live stream. If any of you have the cojones to sit in front of the Godfather and talk fragrance, go ahead. Come on in. I invite you. Oh, okay. So what's going on, Tony? Tony, it's funny that you have two different accounts. You got Random Ass Fragrances, and then you also have LA. I think it's LA Tony or something like that. LA Fanatic. All right. So tonight I want to talk about boozy fragrances and what make great boozy fragrances. If you Kenny's going to TJ Maxx soon. Cool. I went to TJ Maxx the other day. That's close to me, and there's nothing there. I was hoping to get my hands on some sultan because Tanner, one of my buddies, he was sending me over. He got 8 sultans at TJ Maxx for like less than $200, which is crazy. But anyways, I want to talk to you guys about some boozy fragrances tonight. It is the season. 'Tis the season to wear boozy fragrances. And there's some really good boozy fragrances out there. And then there's some boozy fragrances. I don't really think they're that boozy. But being in the booze industry for so long and bartending, being a professional bartender, selling booze for so long, I think some people have a little bit of a misconception on boozy fragrances. But before we get into the topic of boozy fragrances, what are some of your favorite boozy fragrances? Leave me a comment down below. If you're seeing this in the future, go ahead and drop me a comment as well, because I'd like to know what some of your favorite boozy fragrances are. Ryan, what's going on, brother? Ken's in the house. Rich is here. Guys, go ahead and hit that like button while you're at it. I would really appreciate it. Helps me get my 2 cents out there and helps the growth of this fragrance family. Pete's going to, or not Pete, but Ken's going to TJ Maxx tomorrow. Yeah, good luck. I hate the holiday shopping. What up, Pete? Another Pete in the house. Spice Bomb. Spice Bomb, Kenny, are you saying Spice Bomb is another good boozy fragrance? Are you talking about Spice Bomb Extreme? Because I don't get it much. And even Spice Bomb Extreme, I don't really consider has too much booze in it. It's definitely a vanilla fragrance, you know. And I think a lot of the times when there's a heavy amount of booze, people definitely associate that with booze. I mean, not booze, vanilla. They associate that with booze. What up, Morgan? Man, it's late for you, dude. I am so sorry. I'm trying to do I'm trying to do these lives for my UK, my UK fam a couple of days out of the month at 3:30 and then 7:30 in the evenings a couple of days out of the month. Bentley Intense is a good one. Now that is a really good boozy fragrance. I really enjoy the booze in that. And what Nathalie Lorson did with Bentley Intense is really helped recreate that booziness, because it's not just vanilla in there. As we all know, booze doesn't just come from being, vanillic. It's got to be coming from nice woods. You're going to have some baking spices, ambery touches, even maple syrup, some syrupy touches, cinnamon, nutmeg. These are just things that you will smell coming from a cask or from booze. Booze and fragrances, just dropped my mouth. Booze and fragrances have so much in common. Oh, Ross is live right now. I didn't even know Ross was live. Ross was live right now. Interesting. I had no idea. I know that Dan's channel is still going. I know his live is still going. But yeah, keep going. Hit me up with some of your best boozy fragrances. But like I said, now Bentley Intense, great. I like how Nathalie Lorson really recreated that booziness in her fragrance, because booze isn't just like an ingredient. It's not just a note. It takes a bunch of different ingredients to recreate the note of whiskey and rum. Now vodka, on the other hand, it's usually a good one for that is vodka on the rocks. Vodka doesn't really have a smell. It's just booze. It's just alcoholic. But definitely what I love about some vodka fragrances that have vodka in them, they use aldehydes to make it nice and cooling. Like it's a nice chilled vodka or vodka on the rocks. Hence why it's called vodka on the rocks. Cannot bring up Fahrenheit Le Parfum. I love Fahrenheit Le Parfum. I think that's got a great booze note in it. Yes, Initio Side Effect definitely would count as boozy. That's a whole lot of things. I mean, that for me, that's like a nice spiced rum, because it's a nice spiced fragrance. The boozy aspect of that is through the sweetness. Like you're getting that, I think there's a vanilla sweetness in it, but to me, it's a little bit more like a cane sugar sweetness, like rum would have. Ambery sweetness. I can't remember if there's vanilla or if it's like a nice resinous amber in it. Ken, if you're drinking Sky Whipped vodka, yeah. Ken likes his vodkas like he likes his Starbucks. Just kidding. Cigar rum is also a good one. Now, there's what I really appreciate is when tobacco is utilized with booze, because booze and cigars, they go hand in hand. I don't know if you've ever been to an actual jazz club, or if you've been to a cigar lounge and had a nice cognac or an Armagnac with a nice cigar. It's so pleasant. Just like this fragrance that I'm wearing this evening. This is Mayor Olfactive out of St. Louis, Missouri. It's Treachery. This is fantastic. Extremely nice boozy whiskey. A very realistic boozy, because you're getting like some barrel char. You're getting a mustiness from the actual aging of the whiskey. You're getting a nice vanilla sweetness, almost a little bit of like a maple syrup vibe, some nice baking spices. And then it has a vanilla absolute in there that's pumping out these vanillins. That's really recreating the basis of what whiskey really is. But then you have this really nice dark cherry tobacco in it. And the dark cherry tobacco is phenomenal. As it dries down, it dries up a little bit, becomes more of an earthy tobacco. But man, if you like booze, you like tobacco, and you want like a beautiful vanilla absolute, $140 for 50 ml, totally worth it, in my opinion, if you enjoy long-lasting boozy fragrances. Oh, there's a set. Yeah, there's several strangers perfumery that make fantastic boozy fragrances. Fantastic. And Prinlam Rose is almost a master at recreating booze, and he's using a lot of synthetics, and which a lot of boozy fragrances they're going to be using synthetics. I'm going to go ahead and do this again in case anybody wants to hop in. You're more than welcome to come and join me. If not, totally get it. Super chat is on. Like I said, in every episode, every live, guys, if you'd like to super chat, go for it. It's all right. If you don't, I'm not worried about it. All the money goes back to the channel. Let's see here. It's 1270 from Frappon is good. That and also Speakeasy is really good. I got a decant sample of that, and it's really good as well. I would have to say, Lewis, I would, man, that's a tough one. Between Zaharoff's Siren and Black Phantom, I actually get more of a boozy characteristic out of the Siren than I do Black Phantom. Black Phantom is beautiful, don't get me wrong, but the way that the booze is done in the Siren, it's really nice because you have that nice muskiness. You have almost a mustiness to it. Yeah, and I don't want to take away from the fragrance, but it almost has that flatness to it, which is almost coming from like cognac, like fermented grapes. You have almost like a flat characteristic to it, but which I really enjoy. One that I don't really find very boozy, and I know a lot of people do. Somebody just put up Pure Havane. That is a pretty good. It's a decent boozy fragrance. I get a lot more of the tobacco sweetness out of it than I do booze. And another one is pure malt. I don't get a whole lot of booziness from pure malt. Now, I can see when people saying, "Oh, it's boozy." Well, when I think of pure malt, I'm thinking single malt whiskey. Now, single malt whiskey doesn't necessarily have to be, peaty and smoky or anything like that. Now, this is just This is just almost synthetically too sweet for me to call it a boozy characteristic. Now, I know that it is supposed to be a boozy characteristic, and to a lot of people, they smell the vanilla sweetness, that thick, almost medicinal vanilla sweetness. But to me, that is just kind of more just a synthetic vanilla, overly vanilla sweetness that's kind of creating this alcohol vibe. They didn't really recreate what any of the single malt whiskeys I've ever smelled in my lifetime, which hundreds and hundreds. It's a fantastic fragrance. It's just I don't know if pure malt was a good characteristic or a good name for this, because there are some boozy nuances to it, but it's not a very boozy fragrance, if that makes any sense. Let's see here. What scent are you wearing for Christmas Eve celebration and party? I'm going to be dog sitting on Christmas Eve, so I have no idea. Probably something boozy, to be honest with you. Just, I don't drink anymore, but I do love the way that alcohol smells. People are like, "Oh my God, Brian's a freaking alcoholic." No, I just worked with it for so long. I mean, spirits and distillation and alcohol, it's an art. It is a craft. Being able to age a single malt whiskey for 50 years and not, a lot of the times distillers don't even get to, the master distiller who put that juice in a barrel never gets to taste it because he ends up passing away. But, he gets to taste it throughout his lifetime until he's done. And then, once it's done, he's created a masterpiece. Let's see here. What scent are you wearing for Christmas Eve celebration? Okay, I already answered that. Cute by Unique A Luxury is extremely boozy. That is probably one of the most photorealistic whiskey notes I've ever smelled. That is, and in like a very high quality single malt whiskey. Like this, which is supposed to smell like single malt whiskey, pure malt, or just whiskey. But I think they said that they aged this in single malt, casks. I don't believe that whatsoever. Now, Unique A, Cute, yeah, that's ridiculous. Ridiculously boozy, and I love it. Another great one, another very photorealistic whiskey accord is, oh, I don't know if you can see it. There we go. Baronda from Nasamato. Now this is beautiful. This is a beautiful also whiskey fragrance. But what I like about this is the way that the rose is done in it to actually help the nuances of that whiskey up top. And you know, this, after that whiskey dies down, this becomes a lot more of a aromatic rosy fragrance, but beautiful fragrance nonetheless, and a very, very realistic. What's going on, Chris? Oh, I did not, Julio, I just realized that you put Baronda in your comments. My bad. Yes, Baronda is fantastic. A fantastic one. All right. So let's see here. Alejandro, my friend, you need to try Wicked Good by Gallagher Fragrances. Many people perceive just a delicious chocolate vanilla smell, but I get Bailey's. Well, I just so happen to have 2 decants of Wicked Good. And yes, I get the same because he is using such a fine vanilla absolute that when he is creating his tincture for it, or however he's creating it, I don't know his process. It really does have that booziness to it. And yes, you're absolutely right. I get like a Bailey's feel. If you were to take Wicked Good and layer it with like Couté or Baronda, it would smell like a whiskey and Bailey's. I mean, it's crazy. All right. Those ones you got in the smaller bottles are barrel aged. Oh, and yes, okay, fine fragrances. Let me grab that real quick. Okay. Yes. Okay, fine. They make awesome, awesome boozy fragrances. And I'll tell you why, is because they're barrel aging them. You know, and you can smell the barrel that they're using. Now, they're not barrel aging these like for a very, very long time. I believe some of them only go in there for like 60 days. And usually on their website, they will tell you exactly how long they've been aged in their casks. But man, yes, you can absolutely, you're getting a lot of oak. Now, a lot of people think that, you know, when with booze, all of the flavor is coming from the barrel. All booze goes into a barrel like vodka. That's exactly what it starts out as. It's just neutral grain spirit goes into a cask, and that cask is what's creating all that flavor. So all your vanillins, all of your baking spices, all of your ambers, all of your syrupy characteristics. And that's what I love, is that when you actually barrel age, you know, your fragrance. I mean, you can look at the color of that juice. I guarantee you this juice probably, the vanilla that they probably used in this was a lot darker. They put in that barrel, and this is the color that it came out. So it came out a little bit clearer, but you can smell it. You get some barrel char, you get some beautiful woody oak nuances. And I think that they used a really nice a barrel, probably coming from Buffalo Trace, because Buffalo Trace is one of the easiest companies to get barrels from, because Jack Daniels, obviously not. They send most of theirs over to Ireland, actually, because Jameson is aged in Jack Daniels barrels. Well, not all of it, but a lot of it. Let's see, Chris, I'm glad it's you, buddy. All right, on my way to a party, everyone. Man, Tony, you have a great night. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Yeah, so Diurno from Milano Fragranzi. Fantastic boozy fragrance. Nice amaretto. They did a fantastic job of recreating that beautiful almond liqueur that we all know, like Di Serono on the rocks. I love Di Serono. That nice sweetness, the nice almondy creaminess that comes from Di Serono or any kind of amaretto. But they added that with a fougere. I love what they're doing over there at Milano Fragranzi. You know, I've always loved Mask Milano. Mask Milano makes beautiful fragrances. But Milano Fragranzi, I think it's amazing what they've done, because they've made the same high quality fragrances, but at a lower price point. So, you know, and you're getting all 100 mLs. Now, if you pay for man, I moved all my fragrances again. I got to quit doing that. I got to quit rearranging. Anyways, but if you get, you know, you get a 100 ml of Mask Milano, it's $300+. So, but yeah, Milano Fragranzi doing a great job. Another great boozy fragrance. Another great boozy fragrance. I love the note of gin. Or not, I'm sorry, this is rum. My fault. We'll get into gin here in just a second. But Guerlain, oh, this is a mojito in a bottle. Not only did they recreate booze, they recreated a cocktail. And that's what I really appreciate. Like Baronda actually reminds me of like your classic Manhattan. Boozy, bitters. This smells just like a mojito. You're getting that beautiful mint, some cucumber, or I'm sorry, some lime nuances. Actually, a little bit of like a crispness, like a cucumber would give it as well. You're getting that mintiness. You're also getting that island rum. So you're not getting any spiced rum in this. This is going to be a nice, just simple island rum. So a nice clear rum. Guerlain Homme is great. I wish that the performance on this was better, but it's okay because, you know, these are cheap. These are, I mean, I think I got this bottle, oh man, I don't know, a couple of years ago. Obviously, I haven't worn too much of it, but it's, I think I got it for like 35 bucks. I can't remember. I need to start writing down how much I get everything for. But yeah, if when you can find these, you can find them for stupid cheap. And it's a great freshie, great signature scent. Great for the spring, summertime, though. I think you could wear this all year round. It's, you know, especially to the office. This is, and you're not going to be walking around smelling exactly like a mojito. Well, pretty damn close. But, you know, you're not going to get pulled over and they're going to be like, have you been at happy hour drinking island cocktails? No, no. And Stephen was about to Stephen was about to mention Guerlain Homme. Yeah, that is a very it's kind of an Guerlain Homme is kind of underrated these days. Very underrated. Does not get as much love as it used to, but it is a fantastic fragrance. I'm going to do this again, guys. I'm going to go ahead and leave this in the comments. Anybody like to join, you're more than welcome to. You can follow the link down below. All right, so I love the mint booze combo. Yes, mint and booze go hand in hand. Mojitos are, God, I love mojitos. I hated making them, but I make a damn good mojito. Another thing that this, you know, a lot of people don't actually bring up in this is the sugary aspect of it. It's almost got that cane sugariness to it, like a mojito, an actual mojito would be, not just your normal simple syrup. So another great one that I just got in that has a fantastic rum note, but is literally the strongest. This is the strongest designer fragrance I have in my collection and that I've smelled in so many years. Stronger with you, absolutely. Holy crap, man. I'm telling you, if you ever get this, if you ever find this and pick it up, you have to be careful with the trigger. It smells great. And because of the way that they added the rum in this, compared to the other flankers, even the original, it's a lot, it dumbs down the sweetness. Now you are getting a lot more spiciness. So this is a beautiful spiced rum. So you're getting like nutmeg and cumin, coriander, cinnamon. I think cinnamon is the main player, but there's more than that in here. But this is 24 hours worth of longevity. This thing's a powerhouse. It's almost too powerful. And I don't know how often I'm going to wear this. I'm going to be honest, just because you could clear a room and it can be a little offensive. But one spray, well, it's good. It's good to go. And another fragrance that I really enjoy wearing. And guys, we're talking about boozy fragrances and what makes a great boozy fragrance. If anybody was wondering what we were talking about, leave me in the comments what some of your favorite boozy fragrances are. I'm definitely curious. And some that maybe you'd like me to get my nose on or talk about. Did you have to get absolutely imported? I did not. Well, technically, no. I got it from fragrancebuy.ca, which is out of Canada. I picked it up for, I think it was $78 for a 50 ml. And then they were asking, I think, 100 something dollars for the 100 ml. But I will say this bottle 50 ml will last me for the rest of my life. This will probably go bad before I ever utilize this whole bottle. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It is really good. But man, I don't know if I've ever smelled a fragrance that's so powerful to where I don't want to wear it. And it smells good. That's the weird thing. Like, it smells really good. I'm like, it's too much. Dude, yeah. So Steven agrees. I mean, it is, and Intensely was too. I sprayed that on, oh man, when did that come out? 2019. It had been, so a couple years ago. Was it 2020? I think it was 2019. But yeah, that was a powerful fragrance. It was way too sweet for me. Way too sweet. Now, another one that this is actually maybe what I will wear on Christmas Eve, to go back to that question. And it comes from Kerosene, and it's Winter of 99. Now, this is a awesome Christmas fragrance. Awesome. Like, it just, if you can imagine going to your family's house, if they have, you know, eggnog, sitting out on the counter for everybody to pass around and drink. Think of just smelling a natural fir or a blue spruce Christmas tree sitting in your, front or in your living room. You have this beautiful lactonicness to it that's is really recreating this eggnog accord. And I don't like eggnog. I've never enjoyed drinking eggnog or making it, though I've made it for, I mean, I can't even tell you how many recipes of eggnog I have. But this also does not have a booze accord in it, but it's boozy because of the vanilla that they're using in it. And the vanilla and the spices really correlate together and create this nice eggnog. I mean, it smells just like Christmas, and it has a burning molasses note in it. So you're also getting those like sugary nuances, just like you would find in booze, in whiskey or rum, anything, single malt whiskey, anything that is going to be aged in barrels, charred barrels. All right. Do you guys have any questions for me? I don't know if Casper's coming on, but Casper was supposed to join me. Bummer. But let's see here. Then you have a great rum accord. And rum, I love rum. Lacoste Pour Homme. Cheapy. $19.99 to $29.99 at your rack stores. You can find them at discounters for super cheap. But this is one that you kind of have to wait for the rum. It's not right off the bat. Everything kind of has to mingle together and kind of meld together to create that rum note. Beautiful fragrance. Cheap, beautiful fragrance. Robes 08 used to hype the crap out of this fragrance. I would love for him to actually come back onto YouTube and do reviews again. I miss that guy. But for the price you can get this at, it's cheap. Very cheap. Plum. That plum is kind of adding to that booziness, that rum. So good. So good. Then you have an absinthe accord. And there's quite a few fragrances that have an absinthe note to them. And I understand that there's a lot of people who don't really enjoy absinthe or, black licorice. Oh, Man in Black. Yeah, I never picked that one up. Man in Black. Is that Bulgari? Yes, Bulgari Man in Black. I need to revisit and get into. I need to get back into Bulgari fragrances. But yes, I miss Robes 08 as well. But Bulgari Man in Black, that's a fantastic boozy fragrance as well. It kind of, is that the one that reminds me of Spice Bomb Extreme? Let me know. But absinthe. So there's many people have tackled it, tried to recreate it. I don't know if you can. Oh man, my light is terrible. There we go. L'air Vert by Killian. This is such a awesome fragrance. This made my top 10 of 2021 for niche fragrances. The Wormwood is fantastic. I mean, this is just a photorealistic absinthe note. And if you've ever been to an absinthe bar and actually done an absinthe drip cocktail, and if you like absinthe, man, this thing right here, I mean, it smells exactly like it. It's got that sugary nuance where you're dropping the water on top of your sugar cube that's melting into your absinthe and creates this awesome cocktail. Awesome cocktail. And that's exactly what this is doing. Great green fragrance, lots of green nuances in it. And you definitely get that licoricey wormwood, some bitterness from it, some sweetness. Oh man, such a good fragrance. And I mean, nice and boozy, recreating, a very controversial type of spirit. As we all know, if you drink too much absinthe, you start seeing shit. All right, you should try Moscow Mule by Juliet Has a Gun. I've wanted to. Does it really smell like a Moscow Mule? Vodka, lime, ginger beer, all the good stuff. What are some of your favorite kinds? What's going on, Shiamaka? What are some of your favorite types of booze that maybe you'd like to see in a fragrance? Some maybe even like a cocktail. I'd love for them to make a Sazerac type of fragrance. Peychaud's bitters, some sugar, nice rye whiskey. Though the original Sazerac started out with cognac and then moved into rye whiskey. Fun fact. And I'd also like to see them do a rye whiskey. I love rye whiskeys. I'd like to see them recreate some of that nice spicy rye in a fragrance. And they should just call it, hey, rye not. But yes. Do you guys have any questions for me? And again, my scent of the evening. Everybody definitely needs to try this bad boy out. Mayor Olfactive. Follow them on Instagram. Check them out. They're not sponsoring me. I picked this up. I got it in the mail literally yesterday. This is a beautiful whiskey fragrance. Beautiful whiskey, tobacco, and vanilla absolute. Another great sort of boozy fragrance. And this is going to be a fragrance that is based off of a cocktail, but it doesn't smell like the cocktail. And it doesn't really smell boozy, though. I think there's like a rum CO2 in it. I think it's a rum CO2, and it's Sundowner from Andy Tower. Now, a fantastic fragrance. Ken, you totally did not miss anything. Now, this is more of a tobacco forward fragrance. There is a slight booziness in it. I believe there is like some vanilla, and then there's also a rum accord, if I do believe. But it's a little flat. It's a little dry, and that's really what Andy Tower is known for. He likes to transport you to places like that are, in the desert. And this right here definitely smells like the desert air. If you were smoking a nice pipe or a nice cigar sitting on a patio outside and watching the sun go down. That's actually what I love about Andy Tower, is that he really, really transports you with his fragrances. He tells a story and he takes you to and he transplants you through his fragrance to wherever, he wants to. L'air de Desert Marocain, you're in the Moroccan desert walking through the spice markets. I can totally get that. Never been there, but I can totally get that. And I don't remember exactly where he transports you in this, but I really enjoy this fragrance. It is a fantastic fragrance. It didn't make my top 10 niche, just for the fact that there's something about this that is a little flat to me. Thank you, Shiamaka, MIC. Thank you for the super sticker. You're a superstar. Love you. All right. But yes, it's a little dry. It's a little flat. It is really good. It's a like for me, not a love yet. But it's very creative. It's very unique. I've never smelled anything like this. But it does have that tower DNA, that dry DNA. And here's another thing about booze. And this has a lot to do also with fragrances. Now, every single distiller, brewer, winemaker, whatever, they all have signature yeasts. And that's what sets them apart in every single spirit, every single beer, wine that they create. And it's what I love about spirits, and what I loved about spirits so much is the same thing that I love about fragrances. Fragrances, each fragrance has a signature DNA. I can tell an Terence Hughes fragrance because Terence Hughes has a certain signature DNA. It's almost like the yeast that he's using. It creates that signature. Same thing with, we all know, Mugler. Mugler has a certain DNA that if you pick up any Mugler, when it dries down, they all have that certain aroma to them. I went through last night. Ooh, let me turn that bottle around. I went through last night. They sent me a discovery set with this. I didn't ask for it. They just sent it to me. And Mare olfactive. They have a signature DNA. It's so interesting how booze and fragrances are so similar. What's going on, Dave? All right, let's see here. I'm going to catch up on a few comments real quick. And if you're seeing this in the future, drop me a comment down below. Let me know some of your favorite boozy fragrances. And if you're just joining, we're talking about booze tonight. All things boozy. So go ahead and drop me a comment. Let me know what some of your favorite boozy fragrances are. All right, my housemate has a Guerlain perfume called Aqua Allegoria Granada Salvia. Man, that's one thing with Guerlain. I mean, they just need to shorten their names. And it smells like a sweet cocktail that you drink on a beach in Spain. It's really good. Doesn't last long though. That's unfortunate. That sounds delicious. So is Ross's live still going on? Does anybody know? Or is Callie on his live and then listening to me on a different device? Regardless, thank you, Dave. I appreciate you. Smooches. So, and a lot of the times when booze is utilized in a fragrance, it's not necessarily just one single note. Like you'll see in Fragrantica, if you're going through in a note breakdown, even in, many note breakdowns, they'll say rum. Well, that's just the accord that you're getting from it. That might be what you're smelling from it. But it might take 10 different ingredients to create that note, like whiskey. They're using vanilla, then they're using oak or, cedar or whatever woods they want to use. They might be using, some sort of ambery notes. They might be using some spices to recreate a certain type of whiskey. I know that there's a gentleman that I'm going on live with here in January, Darren Allen. Darren Allen has a fragrance called Devil's Share. And the reason it's called Devil's Share, he wasn't trying to jump off of Angel's Share or steal that. It's because he wanted to recreate his favorite bourbon, which is Jim Beam Devil's Cut. I have not tried it yet. I'm getting a sample here in the next week or two because I was like, that's intriguing. And I really, sometimes I wonder, these perfumers, like, what spirit are they trying to recreate? Like, I'm really curious, like, what malt whiskey were they trying to recreate with pure malt? Again, I don't get a whole lot of a booziness, a slight booziness, but not as much as it, worth the name pure malt. Oh, Stephen, Callie, look at that, Dave. Stephen just subscribed to your channel today. Well, it's about time, dude. I liked what you had to say on Ross's live chat. You seem like a cool guy. I look forward to watching some of your vids. Man, if you guys have not gone over to Callie's Groom Room and subscribed to his channel yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go check him out. Dave is my brother from another mother. So is Ken, but Ken's Ken's doing one of these, starting his YouTube channel. That's right, Ken. That is now for everybody to see. I just called you pussy in front of the world. He's probably like, you son of a. Anyways, so I also got a haul in today. So I was wondering if you guys would like to maybe see a couple of things I got in my haul. That's right, Ken. I'm just messing with you. I would love for you to get your channel started, man. Ken is growing. He is growing. Chiamaka, you just subscribed to Dave's channel? Oh my God. What am I going to do with you guys? So what did you guys think about my producer Michael episode, if you've watched that? I'm really curious. A kite. Yes, a kite. That's exactly what I called Ken, was a kite. Oh, man. Well, Chiamaka, I'm glad you're on YouTube now. So, yeah, I'm actually working on a episode with one of my best friends who is a who is also a professional bartender. I taught him as much as I could in the time that we've known each other, and he took his career to a whole nother level. The man's a genius with booze, and I'm working on an episode with him, and we're going to be creating. I'm taking 5 boozy fragrances, and we are together going to create 5 cocktails that correlate with those boozy fragrances. So this is actually a good time for me to ask you, what boozy fragrances would you like me to recreate a cocktail for? Because what I'm going to do is we're going to do that episode. We're going to get behind the stick together. That's the bar, not what you're thinking. We're going to get behind the bar together, and we're going to make some cocktails all whilst I'm talking about the fragrances. And that way you guys will have some recipes in the description that you can, and it will be up on the screen as well, that you can take with you. And you have not only, you know, if you have the fragrance, well, now you have a My2Scents cocktail go along with it. So leave me some comments, either if you're watching this in the future, or also if you're watching now, let me know some fragrances you'd like me to recreate into a cocktail. All right, Lewis. Ooh, something for the summer heat would be interesting. You know what's a really good boozy summer fragrance, but it still can be worn all year round, is Sunshine Man from Amouage. Virgin Island water? Okay, I can do that. I actually have a decant of Virgin Island water. It's a good fragrance, man. I never bought it because it was, I don't know. There was just something about it I wasn't a huge fan of. Morgan, I don't know exactly what XX. I don't know what that means. Oh, I think you're saying, yeah, Virgin Island water. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna write these down. Probably should have been doing this in the first place. Virgin Island water. All right, we got one. Something fruity. So you asking about something fruity that you can wear, like fragrance, or something fruity as in me making a cocktail, Lewis? Let me know. I am not doing a smoked Aventus cocktail. That ain't happening. Though I could recreate Aventus into a cocktail so fast, and it would be so frou-frou. It'd have to be an island cocktail, anything with pineapple in it. All right, Virgin Island one. Oh, an idea for a cocktail? Okay, well, I'll do something fruity. That's easy. Fruity cocktails are easy. Something fruity. Anybody else? If not, because I mean, this is we're going ham sandwich on this. We're going to be creating the bitters and everything for it. You know, And I don't know if I want to do that because then you guys would have to recreate the bitters. But George Z has not George Z has not gotten back to me on his cocktail being the official mixologist yet. But I mean, there's still plenty of time. I'm sure it takes a lot to get all of your paperwork and licensing and all that, get all legal and everything when it comes to booze. There's a whole huge process for it. Parlamoy Mile High 38. All right, putting that one down. What are some of y'all's favorite cocktails? Whiskey on the rocks, please. So when people used to ask me like, "Hey, do you want to take a shot?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." They're like, "Well, what kind of shot do you want?" I was like, "Whiskey with a shot of whiskey." Yeah, I liked everything neat. I don't like fruity cocktails. Now, if anybody puts up here they want me to recreate a lemon drop cocktail, GTFOH, get out of here. Just kidding. Whiskey on the rocks, please. Okay, what was the question? I just finished my milkshake. It's kind of late for a milkshake. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. The question was, Ken, what boozy fragrance would you like me to recreate a cocktail for? Mile High 38. Yep, that is a nice tropical, delectable cocktail. I also am a big like an aviation fan, but that's not tropical whatsoever. Nice boozy gin cocktail with creme de violet in it. So good, so good. And if you have any questions, what have you guys been rocking this week? What have you your favorite? Have you guys picked up any new fragrances, especially with Black Friday? Just a couple weeks ago. I got some good frags on Black Friday. And what are y'all doing for Christmas? Holidays are right around. Damn it. I'm not doing a mudslide, Ken. All right, Ken, you're done. No frou-frou. No frou-frou drinks. My Sunday Imperium by Electimus. I have not tried Imperium. I've only tried a Bramble. Good one. Yep, that's a good one. Okay, Steve, I'm going to get yours in a second. My Imperium by Electimus. I have tried 3 Electimus. I have tried Octavian. Don't like that. I do not like Octavian. Now, I could see a lot of people enjoying that fragrance, but to me, it's not blended or balanced very well. Jupiter is fantastic, and I love black caviar. I know Ken's going to be like, "Are you serious? You don't like you like black caviar?" Yes, it smells like black caviar. All right, so mudslide. No. You like Polo Red? Man, I mean Polo Red, it's a good fragrance. I don't like a lot of Polo fragrances. I feel like, and not trying to take away from those of you who enjoy Polo fragrances, a lot of Polo fragrances to me just smell like the same. I mean, not the same, but they're just kind of eh. Though I used to love, Polo Blue. I rocked that forever. Of course, Polo Sport, Polo Green. Still love the green. The new one, that's not Polo Green. All right, so Steven Saunders, a Bramble. That's a good one. I like that. That's good because berries, blackberries. That's French martini, porn star martini. What the hell's a porn star martini? Amaretto sour. It'd be kind of fun to make an amaretto sour that smells like diurno. I'm gonna put that on there as well. All right. Pim's Cup, that would be an interesting one. But I just don't know what fragrance really is going to smell like a Pim's Cup. Pim's Cup is very botanical. And it's actually quite vegetal. A lot of people don't find it vegetal, but there's a lot of there's a lot of uh, bitters and veg, like a, oh God, what am I saying? Herbal and bitter quality to Pims. Polo Red Extreme, yes, Polo Red Extreme I do, and I also like Polo. Uh, well, I have Polo Red Extreme right here, but I also have Double Black, which I also really enjoy from Polo. That's the only two Polos I own. I am actually in search of a vintage bottle of Polo Green. This channel next year, I'm going to be doing a little bit more in the vintage side, just showcasing it, not recommending you guys to go ahead and pick them up because you know they're going to be cost me an arm and a leg. But I'd like to grow more of my vintage collection because I'm getting there's a lot of great indie brands out there that are bringing back a lot of the classics like Rogue Perfumery. I'm looking forward to Darren Allen. I picked up Chypre #1 from him, which is like a 1920s Chypre, and I cannot wait. Polo Red Extreme, yeah, that's a good one. That is a great coffee. What is it? Blood orange coffee. It's good. I wish it lasted longer. And I got mine for stupid cheap because I used to wear this back in the day. This was my date night fragrance. And then, you know, I just kind of forgot about it. I saw it sitting at TJ Maxx unboxed for, you know, I asked the lady, I was like, how much is this? She said, she was trying to charge me way too much. I was like, how about like, you know, the $10? I think I got $9.99. Frangelico. You know what's I'll tell you one that kind of smells like Frangelico. Not as creamy, but there is a nice creaminess. And if Dave is still on here, which I think he is, he might agree with me. Follow by Kerosene kind of has a Frangelico vibe. It's not as sweet, but this is a beautiful. This actually reminds me of like Kahlua mixed with Frangelico. Has that nice, almost boozy characteristic to it. But the coffee, this is probably the best coffee fragrance. Again, I'm going to have that episode coming out this coming week, but this has got to be one of the best coffee fragrances I've ever smelled. It's so good. So, and get yourself a sample of anything from Kerosene. He makes amazing fragrances, and I think totally worth the price because you can get samples. You can try them first, but I think it's $140 for 100 ml, and that's for their entire line. It's totally worth it. A couple sprays of this will last, and it's also, you get a great sillage, a great scent bubble, and it's very unique. Very unique. Let's see here. And Shiamaka, of course, my milkshake is better than yours. It's probably not at all. Something from Hermes Gardens collections has a vegetal vibe. Yes, yes. What else would have a good vegetal side? Oh, just got it in today. Boom. Etat Libre d'Orange, The Afternoon of a Fawn. This is an amazing green fragrance. Very, very green, very herbal, oak moss, nice bitter herbs in it. It's properly named The Afternoon with a Fawn. Great atomizer. This is my first 100 ml of Etat. But this has also got a nice, like, lots of florals. It's got this damp dewiness to it. So this actually I could make a Pim's Cup based off of this because it almost has like a cucumbery crispness to not a crispness to it. Good looking out. I like that, Dave. I like that. All right. Follow is strong. Got a decant on your recommendation. Do you like it, Lewis? Nishne Ige, that is actually reminds me so much of just a straight ouzo, like sipping a really nice ouzo, right after your meal, a nice digestif. It's a very, very nice minty, and ouzo's definitely got that like fennel and licoricey vibe to it. Dave's like, follow is amazing. I agree with everything you're saying. It's like herbal, mostly fruity and sweet and tart drink. What is? Oh my God, Ilza, what's up, man? How are you? Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's so good to see you, man. I have missed you. I've missed you, my friend. Everybody, Heathen Scent is in the house. Please congratulate him. He just had a baby not too long ago. Give him a nice round of applause. Wish him a happy Father's every day because now he's a new father. I'm super stoked to see you, man. I can't wait to see some more content from you. All right, cool. Boogie Daddy. Got my Happy Land samples the other day. Diabolique. It is fire. Yes, but is that opening not like one of the spiciest openings you've ever smelled? Whew. It's so good, though. EJ is a master of what he's doing over there. That actually has a nice boozy rumness to it. Oh, what's up, Mark? Mark from Aussie Fragrances in the house. Guys, we're talking about boozy fragrances. Let me know what some of your favorites are. Like I was telling the guys before, I am doing an episode very soon with another professional bartender friend of mine, my best friend, and he is. We are going to be doing a episode five boozy fragrances with 5 cocktails that are going to be correlating with the 5 boozy fragrances. So if you have those boozy fragrances, then you can actually go into the description or just follow the episode and write down the recipe. So you'll have a My2Scents specialty cocktail recipe just for yourself. I bet that fatherhood is probably crazy. I have enough, hard enough time taking care. I'm basically kind of like a babysitter. I mean, I'm not trying to say, but I mean, my parents are old, so I take care of them. So I get it. Don't have to change any diapers yet. Thank God. But yeah, I love it. Lasts all day too. Plus he threw in 2 extra samples I didn't even order. Yeah, man, EJ is fantastic over there at Happy Land Studios. He's making some banger frags. I'm gonna be picking up some more next year. I'm good for what I got now. I do need to get Signature. I heard that one is a baller. What else do I want to? I want to get Homme for the holidays. I want to get the caffeinated and decaf just to see what the difference is. Ooh, that's actually really good. Lewis, I like that. All right, so doing a cocktail for Enigma from Raja. That's a good one. All right. I like that. So I want to get this out before Christmas time because like I said, I like to do this so you guys can, have something, maybe make some cocktails for your family or your friends over the holidays. So I'm looking for some Enigma rum and Coke. No. Okay. I mean, it could just be a rum and Coke. That's funny. I did come up with a cocktail recipe. It was called Bacardi and Diet, I do believe. Or no, it was Bacardi and Cola. But I created an entire rum and Coke without using Coca-Cola. So that's the difference between a mixologist and and just a Joe Schmo bartender. They're like, what's the difference between a mixologist and a regular bartender? Well, when a person comes up and orders rum and Coke from a regular bartender, they put rum and Coke in a glass. When they order it from a mixologist, they think outside the box and they figure out how to create a rum and Coke without using Coca-Cola. Spicy rum and Coke, not Malibu. Yeah. And yes, Signature was your other fave. Yeah, I need to try that. And Signature spicy as well. I might like that. Killian Angel Share. I have seen many people say that is not very boozy to them. And if anything, Angel Share is one of the most realistic cognac notes I have smelled in a fragrance because it smells just like a very high-end XO cognac or brandy. It is very nice. And I can see where some people are like, oh no, they might not have ever tried an actual really nice XO. They're sticking with, or they might not have ever even tried cognac. So, but that is a very very realistic cognac note. And I truly believe that they use a little bit of actual Killian, or I'm sorry, Hennessy in there. Because I get a little bit of like that Hennessy DNA, not from the fragrance, actually from the booze. But Irish coffee, I could definitely do that. Irish coffee would be easy. But what fragrance would I do with it? Anybody? Anybody? Oh, Morgan, yes, Irish coffee all the way. All right, Novatus XO brandy. Well, Ken, I'm pretty sure you're the one who told me it didn't really smell that much like brandy. Can't be taking that back now. Just kidding. I need to get my nose on that. All right, Shiamaka, she's given motherly advice. Crying lasts for 4 months. All right, what up, nosy neighbor? I will. I will give my 2 cents on Fragrance du Bois, producer Michael, in just a second. What was the fragrance that somebody said smells like Bailey's earlier? Bailey's. Bailey's, I mean, honestly, also Follow could be a little bit like Bailey's. And also, not, honestly, Winter of 99, it kind of has a little bit of that like Bailey's, but not really. I mean, you're looking at Irish Cream, which is like, what would be really good? If anybody remembers what fragrance smelled like Bailey's. And nosy neighbor, give me just a second. I will definitely talk a little bit about producer Michael's fragrance. Yeah, send me a decant. Can definitely maybe something with White Russian vibes. Yeah, it'd have to be something lactonic. It'd have to be something very creamy. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. Ombre Tabac from Daniel Hossier is incredible. Reminds me of a cinnamon liqueur as beast mode. Man, I keep hearing about Daniel Hossier, and I know that Dave just did a great review of, I think it was Ombre Tabac as well. That's a really good one. Okay, so producer Michael. I'll get that down. I'm not going to get that down right now. If anybody actually is interested, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time, I will be going live with Greta Beth, and we are going to be talking about producer Michael's new release from Fragrance du Bois. But I will give you a little sneak peek, and I'll talk about it for a little bit. It is a all right. First, let me segue in with how I feel about Fragrance du Bois. Fragrance du Bois makes incredible fragrances. They smell fantastic. You can tell that they're using very high quality ingredients. They're using very high quality synthetic ingredients. They're just very high quality. I have had very poor performance from every single Fragrance du Bois I've tried except 3. And I haven't got much into their really rich ouds, but I have gotten into a lot of their other fragrances. Santal Complete was one that actually lasted pretty well on my skin. Oud Blue Intense is a nice freshie. Actually, it's a fantastic. I'm not even going to say it's a good. It's a fantastic fragrance, and that lasted well on my skin. Producer Michael is nuclear, and it is one of the. It would have made my top 10 niche fragrances if I had gotten it before I made that episode. In fact, it's going to make my top 3, honestly. I was so stinking surprised at how freaking phenomenal that fragrance is. It is one of the freshest, cooling, woodsy, smoky fragrances, the cleanest smoke I've ever smelled in a fragrance. And I don't know how to describe it to people because it's incensey, but it's cooling. So the best way that I can describe it, and I was trying to describe this to Greta Beth yesterday as well. It's like you're taking a smoking gun, which is a cocktail gun. Basically, what you're doing is looks like a gun, has a hose, and has a little plate in the back where you are burning incenses, different herbs and spices, woods on it. But it doesn't burn it. It heats it up So you're getting completely pure. You're getting all that flavor and that smell without having it smelling burnt. It still smells a little bit like smoke, but you're getting all that the characteristics of whatever you're burning. So you're using like induction heat to heat it up and creating smoke. So it's more like steam. That's exactly what producer Michael smelled. I mean, it 24 plus hours on my skin. There's not a single fragrance du bois that has any kind of beast mode performance or projection like that. I'll put it this way. I think fragrance du bois makes, again, fantastic fragrances. When you're paying $600, $700, $800 for a fragrance, I can totally understand why people could get aggravated and not want to buy that. Well, they are definitely made for people who have deeper pockets and make a lot more money. That's the whole thing with luxury fragrances, luxury clothes, luxury cars, whatever. This fragrance, if I had not got 20% off, like I did, and I had smelt the fragrance at Fragrance du Bois store, and it was $425, I would have bought it right then and there. It's worth it, in my opinion. That if I could wear that every single day as my signature scent, I would. It's ridiculous. I put 2 sprays on yesterday. My dad, I had my door closed. My dad from the living room was like yelling at me. He was like, "What did you just spray?" It's that loud. It's really good. Really good. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna catch up on some comments real quick. But if you would like, tomorrow, 3 o'clock, I'm posting it up on the community tab as soon as we get done here. Follow me on Instagram because I'm doing a lot of lives over there, guys. I'm really diving deep into this community, trying to help you guys experience more fragrance reviewers, help you guys experience more perfumers, new indie brands, even bigger brands. And if you really want to see me go live with Aaron Terence Hughes, it's going to be happening next week or the week after, one of the two. So that's happening, 100% happening. And we have an extremely special episode. So make sure to follow me on Instagram. And then in January, we're going to have him on here. And we're going to be talking with Aaron Terence Hughes. All right, something off topic. Please try to get Crush on Me by Unique Luxury. I've already watched Greta Best's review, but I need yours. I will say this. It is a fantastic fragrance. Alejandro. It's I got a sample of it whenever I got Chocolate Makes Me Happy. It's really good. I could see some people thinking that, some men, if you're not used to fruity, floral, sweet fragrances, you might think it's a little feminine, but I totally rock it. I think it's a little overpriced. I do, because there's other options you could go with, but that don't smell as good, like Kirke from Tiziana Terenzi, kind of leans in that same vein. Herba Pura from xerjoff, and then you're getting, then at that price point, you're almost getting where Crush on Me is. But Crush on Me is fantastic. I will be picking that up this next year, and I will be doing a review on it. And if I can get because I'm pretty sure I might have given Ken my sample. I just had a dabber of it. But I definitely will do a review for you, man. I'll at least get a sample if I don't get a full bottle. Okay, yeah. So Ken, getting the same type of 4 or 5 hours from Fragrance du Bois. Now, again, I am not discrediting in saying that they're bad fragrances. They are fantastic fragrances. The way scent profile alone, I would give them a huge rating, but performance is where it lacks. Producer Michael, mind-boggling, mind-boggling. I don't know what wizardry, what kind of black magic they put into that fragrance, but it's incredible. And I did not expect producer Michael to collaborate with Fragrance du Bois and create such a spectacular fragrance. I wasn't going to do that episode. I was not going to do that episode yesterday because I did not think it was going to be that good. All right. Yeah. All right. So Heathen Scent says, quite the same with Julia Has a Gun. Some great Accord synthetics, but generally have great longevity. Okay. Wicked Good equals, oh, yeah. Wicked Good. Bailey's. There you go. That's it. That is going to be Gallagher fragrances. Incredible fragrances. And now you can, I don't know what, Alejandro, is Wicked Good in a 50 ml? Has it always been a 50 ml or was it 100 ml? Because now they're doing 50 mls, which is great. Because I just picked up Rose Noir on Black Friday from Gallagher Fragrances. Fantastic rose all day with oud and leather. Yes, ATH is going to be fantastic, and I will definitely be more on UK time because, well, obviously Aaron's in the UK. Yeah, he did something extremely special for me, and he wants to go live. He suggested it. I didn't even ask him. He's like, we should go live, and you should do this for me. And I was like, absolutely. And he's doing his first live. Actually, did I miss his live? I think his live was tonight. It might be tomorrow. I know he's supposed to go live this weekend. I think he was supposed to go live last week, but he didn't. Let's see. Urban Pure is beautiful. Definitely would love a full bottle. Would classify that as Xerjoff Elegant. Equivalent of Creed's Millesime Imperial. Yeah. I mean, it's fruity. So there's not watermelon. It's more like passion fruitiness. Okay, so Wicked Good is both because I have it in 15 ml. Yeah, so all of Gallagher Fragrances 100 mls have been discontinued. Oh, hello, Argos in the house. Triumph of Bacchus. Man, how did I forget that one? That's a great boozy fragrance. Booze and tobacco. Let me go ahead and pull it out here for you. Oh, and also another great one. If you like Guerlain, Homme, or let's say Creed's Royal Mayfair, Argos Poro has a nice dry gin, British gin accord in it. Triumph of Bacchus. Nice boozy rum. You get beautiful peach. So juicy. So juicy. But yes. And great thing about Argos, you can get these in 30 mls or you can get them in 100 mls. I really like that the attention to detail with these. You know, you get pretty much the same type of bottle and quality of bottle, even in the little ones. Look how cute that is. And they both look good on your shelf. Okay, so Aaron's live is tomorrow at 2 p.m. I'll be able to make it for an hour, about. Rank Crush on Me in your top patchoulis. Oh, I don't even think Rank Crush on Me would be in my top patchoulis, honestly. It's not as much of a patchouli dominated fragrance as I would think it is. Let me look up the notes real quick. What did I do with my phone? Has anybody seen my phone? No? Oh, well. But seriously, I just had my phone. Whatever. I'm losing my mind. All right. Oh, I think it's 6 p.m. tomorrow. Ken, I think. Yes, I'm super excited to get Aaron on here. And hopefully, if Argos is still on here, I would love to be able to get Christian on a live and talk to him as well. Like to pick his brain and to give him a big thank you for creating such beautiful fragrances. Triumph of Bacchus. Oh, Danae. Danae is Mon Patchouli. Ooh. So rate Mon Patchouli. I would put Mon Patchouli in probably at least in my top 10. Maybe it would be in my lower top 10. I think there's other better patchoulis. I would say that's a fantastic patchouli. But I really like Javoy Psychedelique. Another one from Javoy Diplomatique, Incident Diplomatique, though that is a vetiver patchouli combo. Brutus by Orto Parisi. Patchouli Noir from El Perfumo, which is a very underrated, very underrated and cheap patchouli, niche cheap patchouli, freaking phenomenal. Mon Patchouli, though, is a really good patchouli. So I would say it's in my top 10, but it'd be on my lower tier between 5 and 10, not in my 5 to 1. Morgan, man, I'm just glad to see you, man. I'm glad that you are here. And yes, I'm so glad that you were able to stop by. I know it's probably late where you at, but I will see you soon, my friend. We're going to be doing these every Saturday, either at 3:30, and if it's at 3:30 one weekend, like next Saturday, it'll be at 3:30. The weekend after will be at 7:30. So we're just going to, you know, swap back and forth so I can get my UK and the rest of the world family, and then here all the peeps over here in the States. But hell, if you're up, you know, in the UK and you want to chat it all up, all right, let's see here. Or run down your patchoulis. Oh man, I did just do a top 10 patchoulis list, but I think there's, you know, that's probably going to have to change. Sticky Fingers is also a fantastic patchouli that I did not add in to my patchouli list. I should have. I've got so many that, I mean, Danae, but it's sold out. Danae is an awesome patchouli. That is, okay. Yes, Danae is sold out right now, but it will be back in the future. To me, New York Fifth Avenue by Fragrance Du Bois is a masterpiece and CI's longevity projection. See, now I'm not discrediting FDB. Okay, I'm not trying to say that they don't. On my skin, it doesn't work. I have some friends and I have some people in the community that I've talked to, and they get really good longevity. So to each their own. It all they all will work different on different skin types and skin chemistries. But the one thing I will say is when I first got Minuet at Demi from Fragrance Du Bois, longevity was crap. 2 hours. That's as long as I got. Now that I've let it sit there for about 6 months and macerate a little bit more, now I'm getting about more like that 5-6 hour range. Now it didn't help with performance, like projection. I'm sorry, not performance, but projection and sillage. Sillage is moderate, and projection is also very moderate. And actually, it subpar. It's more of a definitely a closer to your skin type of fragrance. Enclave or Meander? Enclave. I think you've asked me that before. I think last time I said Meander and I thought about it. I like Enclave more. I was testing out Meander during Scent Explorer, and Enclave is more my jam. Yes, Danae is totally and truly a full bottle worthy fragrance. The bottles are beautiful. Attention to detail is amazing, impeccable, incredible. Danae is such a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Terence Hughes made my top 5 of patchoulis, patchouli noir. Now, some people, if you have the older batches, I would not say that patchouli noir is the one that you should be looking for. The new formulation is awesome. Okay, Francesca Bianchi. Yes, that's Francesca Bianchi Sticky Fingers. I'll show you right now. Sorry, I'm trying not to get up because I am in my PJ pants. Don't want to show my ass to everybody while I'm on here. But hey, I just told everybody I'm on my PJs. So you're getting tux, PJs. Sorry, I'm pulling the anchor, man. Don't care. Here you go. Sticky Fingers. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, another one. Jeroboam Ligno. Fantastic patchouli fragrance. And what is the name of Mayor Olfactive? They have a sandalwood patchouli that is really good. It's Santal Oster. Santal Oster. Fantastic. Fantastic. Rich patchouli and sandalwood. It's a crazy combo because the sandalwood and the patchouli is like sticky and icky and beautiful. It has a nice kind of almost like a sticky candied sweetness to it. And then that sandalwood has this really interesting creaminess to it. Oh my God. Everybody's asking about, let's see here, patchoulis. Hey, what up, Proto? That's fine because I've recently had this same change of heart. Yeah. Okay. So give me your 2 cents on Reflection 45. Reflection 45 is fantastic. I don't think it's worth the price. $480 is not worth it to me if you own the original reflection. It is a lot richer. All the florals are a lot more refined. It is better, more, it's just a much rounder, richer, less projecting. I don't get as good as projection off of it. It's a little bit closer. The longevity is through the roof, but it's more because of the less alcohol. It is going to sit closer to your skin. Not saying it's not going to project. It just doesn't project as much as the original Reflection Man. It's just a lot smoother. It's not a whole different smelling fragrance at all. You know, it's like they took out a few things here and added a few things there and just created a beautiful fragrance. But for $480, you can get the regular Reflection Man. I mean, I picked up my bottle for like $150, you know, fragrancebuy.ca, you know, a while back. I mean, I would just go with Reflection. Now, if you're a true collector like myself, yeah, totally, I would say pick it up. But if you're looking at just getting something that smells like Reflection and you're interested in Reflection Man, just get Reflection Man. I wouldn't worry about the $480 and saving your money on that. But if you want to, go for it. You know, get yourself a sample. Absolutely. And in fact, coming up here in the next couple of weeks, I am going to be doing a giveaway. And I'm giving away my entire sample set that I got from Scent Explorer of my homage fragrances. So it's got Reflection 45, Interlude 53, Epic Woman 56, and Honor Woman 43. Yeah. Nothing wrong with some nice and comfy PJs. Absolutely. It's Saturday night. Hey, look, man, you can't see them. You never know. I might just be saying that. Or I could be naked. Or I could, you know, have tux pants on. All right. Yeah. All right. So let's see here. So hopefully that answers your question there, nosy neighbor, on Reflection 45. It's fantastic. It's great. $480. If I had $480, you know what fragrance I would get right now? I would save, you know, 50, 60 bucks, and I would just go ahead and get Fragrance du Bois producer Michael. I ain't trying to blow smoke up your ass. I ain't trying to sell you on it, but it's just that good. It's fantastic. That's worth $425 to me, which is really hard for me to say. It really is. I wanted to not like it, but I can't. Like I said, I wasn't going to do that episode. It's fantastic. You know, and that's the one episode I never thought would go like, it's not viral, but holy crap, man. I mean, Jesus Christ. Did that. Anyways, let's see here. Nothing. Okay. Damn, I get 12 hours plus on New York at Fifth Avenue. Everybody's skin's different. And also, you might have a more macerated batch. Could be. What is the best Sirs Luton's men's fragrance? Oh, man, there's so many good ones. I'm terrible with their names. The one that smells like gingerbread. I love that fragrance. Ginger. I can't remember the name of it. I'm pretty sure if you just Google Serge Luton gingerbread, you get that. Agreed, not worth the price. Closer to the skin and more rounded. I own Original Reflection, won't buy 45. And also, it's not, a lot of people have told me about Interlude 53 and how I'm gonna love it because the oregano. I mean, because it's so rich and spicy, and it's, you know, it's like the, you know, the original. It's just like the original, and that oregano is so much more amplified. I sprayed it on and I couldn't scrub it off. It was choking me out. It was too much. I can't do that fragrance. Now, it smells great on other people. I can tolerate it. On me, can't. I smell like a pizzeria. All right, Steven, have a great evening. I will keep you guys in the know, and also pay attention to Aaron's channel because Aaron is his unicorn video guy is going to be doing all of the marketing for our live. So also you can find it there. So Behold Patchouli, Nosy Neighbor. That is, what up, Jeremy? Sorry, I'm just seeing this. I'm trying to scroll through here. That is Gallagher Fragrances. Behold Patchouli is fantastic. Dave also just did, I believe, his, you got on half tux. Yep. He just did his first impressions, or it could have been his full review. I think it was first impressions of Behold Patchouli. Behold Patchouli is fantastic. A chocolate dipped orange and patchouli. I mean, need I say more? Need I say more? New comments. Holy moly, I missed so many. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Da, 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 da. Oud Infinity. I would get Oud Infinity. Have any of you guys tried Aaron Terence Hughes Onyx Extreme yet? Nosy neighbor, you got to try Gallagher fragrances. Daniel Gallagher is really, really good at what he does. And I think they're completely affordable for the quality that you're getting. Julio, I will agree that Psychedelic is a fantastic patchouli fragrance. Oh, it is. It's so good. It's earthy, damp, rich, gourmand patchouli. And, you know, a lot of people are like, what? Gourmand patchouli? Behold patchouli is also 100% gourmand patchouli. But, I mean, then you can also go with, you know, Incident Diplomatique, great vetiver patchouli. Great vetiver patchouli. Ah, man, this is an attention grabber for me. And so is Psychedelic. But it's a great conversation starter. I'm trying to see what other patchouli fragrances I might have sitting right here. Of course, I've already talked to you guys about Ligno. This is a musky, beautiful patchouli. Oh, sticky, icky patchouli. I'm not talking about that kind of sticky, icky. All right, let's see here. My favorite interlude is Black Iris. That is the best interlude out of the three. I got those Ammo SM as well. I need to try them soon. Jeremy, definitely check out. When you check out Interlude 53, just be fair warned. It is stupid potent. It's unnecessarily potent, especially that oregano. And the oregano seems in the original interlude that died off within like 15 minutes for me. In 53, it lasts like an hour, 2 hours on me. Let's see here. Oh God, I just sprayed Ligno on my hand. I went to TJ and picked up Abercrombie and Fitch First Instinct together for my 13-year-old nephew. That's a great fragrance. That is actually a really good fragrance. I really like the blue. And Extreme is now popping up everywhere. And that's actually my favorite. The Abercrombie and Fitch First Instinct Extreme, or is it Intense? I think it's one of the two. You know, everybody's using Extreme, Intense, Low Intense. Extreme. That one's really good. That's got really nice, like tropical, fruity opening. I only have a small sample of Psychedelic. I'm savoring. Haha, it is a great one. I'm trying to sniff Rosé, Behold, and the others are escaping me. Oh, Rosé all day. Let's see. Nosy there. Rosé Noir, Rosé all day. Behold, Patchouli, Wicked Good, Bergamot, Pineapple. Pineapple, I have a decant of. It's actually a really good and very bright, juicy pineapple. And you think the pineapple in Aventus is good. The pineapple in Pineapple is even better. Another great one from Gallagher is Bergamust, if you like a good bergamot. Oh man, Kenny, you should have picked up that Extreme. That's the longest lasting First Instinct besides the original formulation of First Instinct. But the Extreme, it's really good. It's really good. It's a little sweet, but not overly sweet. It settles into kind of reminded me of like First Instinct mixed with Fierce, actually. All right. Do you guys have any other questions for me? Any other boozy fragrances you think I should get my nose on? I also have a concept. I know there's not a lot of you guys on here, but I'm thinking about doing something, and I'd like to get your 2 cents in on it. I don't know how you guys would feel about this. Jet Black Platinum. Yeah. Oh, there is a nice cedarish, like a woodiness in First Instinct Extreme. Anyway, so Ken, are you leaving? All right. Later, buddy. I'll talk to you in a little while. So I'm thinking about doing a live series, possibly in the new year at early in the morning. and doing a wake up, or basically wake up frag com. And basically it's where I'm actually doing a episode for you guys, just like you'd be watching it, or you could just listen while you're drinking your coffee, eating your breakfast in the morning. And it's just basically having me on in the background where you can watch it, you can comment, but it's alive while we're sitting, you're getting ready in the morning. We can sip coffee together and talk fragrances. Let me know. It'd be early, stupid early. Okay, let's see here. What's your opinion on Rosé Noir versus Rosé All Day by GF? Man, okay, so completely. All right, Rosé All Day, very much heavy on the. You're getting a lot more of the gourmand side. So it's more like a. It's gonna be more like your apple pie, like your fresh apple pie, like a nice warm apple pie. When with Rosé Noir, right up top, instead of just getting that apple crisp and all those nice spices and sweetness, you're getting this awesome leather and oud combo. And that leather and oud, like I've said, I don't think you've seen it here because I haven't really talked about it on. I actually haven't talked about it on my YouTube channel at all. It's like Rosé All Day, but wrapped in like bondage. It's very just kind of bad boy-esque. That leather and oud, because the oud has got some funk to it. The leather is very nice, like black leather. For some reason, that's what pops in my head. I don't usually correlate different leathers with the color of the leather, but man, it smells like a nice black leather. The apple is really sitting further back. It's still there. You're getting that spicy, and you're getting that like kind of caramelized apple, but it's sitting behind the leather and the oud. But then as it dries down, you're getting, and also the rose is a little bit more amplified. So it's more of like a leather oud rose fragrance. So unlike Rosé All Day, you're not getting as much of the rose because the plum, the apple crisp, and the rose meld together to really create that apple, that gourmand side. In this one, it's less gourmand, more of an oud rose leather with some gourmand facets really just sitting in the background. Okay. Hopefully that helps. But Rosé Noir is awesome. What up, Joe? Established Cognac 66. Kriegler also, hey, bro. Hey, chat. Joe's in the house. I'm going to go ahead and throw. Thank you, Joe. Established Cognac 66. Kriegler also, hey, bro. Hey, chat. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's see here. I love that description of Rosé Noir so much. Yeah. Ken says he prefers Rosé Noir just because he added oud and leather. And I actually don't know. I haven't really done a comparison yet. I'm going to be working on a comparison video for that. Incident Diplomatique is insane. Absolutely it is. What about Unique Luxury Couté? That thing is absolutely boozy. That is the most boozy. Okay. I've tried a lot of boozy fragrances. That one is definitely the most photorealistic whiskey note that lasts forever on my skin. Very realistic. This one, this is my scent of the evening. This is from Mare Olfactive. Indie niche brand out of St. Louis, Missouri. $140 for a 50 ml. Extract de Parfum. This is Vanilla Absolute. Deep, rich pipe tobacco and whiskey, and a very, very beautiful, well put together whiskey accord. Amazing. And Unique Luxury is, I don't really know. This is my first day wearing this, so I'm getting great longevity. It does sit a little bit closer. Unique Luxury's Couté, yeah, I mean, that's like 16, 18, 20. Hell, let's just round it up. Let's go for a day. That thing will last all day, literally. And that, I mean, and I think that's a great, with performance, scent profile, and sillage and all that longevity. I think that it's worth the price. If it ever does pop out at discounters for less than $280, I would scoop it up. I think it's a fantastic boozy fragrance. One of the best whiskeys. Like I said, that is the most realistic single malt whiskey accord I've ever tried. Like they were trying to do it with this. In my opinion, still a fantastic fragrance.
not really a single malt whiskey. And Jazz Club is a great whiskey and, you know, great boozy and, you know, tobacco fragrance. But Couté is what Jazz Club was trying to, what Jazz Club wants to be, in my opinion. Sean Mayer definitely needs more love. He's going to get some love from me, especially 2022, guys. I'm going to be focusing on, y'all definitely know, if you do not yet, please follow me on Instagram, because I will be focusing a lot of my time here on YouTube, because we're going to be doing these lives every single Saturday. So you'll get one live a week. And on Instagram, I'm going to be doing probably about 4 lives every single week. Definitely with Ken every single Friday. I got one. We got Fragrance Banter with Joseph Colburn every Wednesday. And I've got some great indie and some big time perfumers that I'm going to be getting on there. And I'm filling up my calendar as we speak. Oh man, Jeremy, you would love this. I know that tobacco is your jam. Again, made here in America. America born and bred. Treachery. And I got a sample of the barrel aged. He came out with a 2021 barrel aged. It is this, but just amplified oak. The oak is fantastic because you're getting that really nice American charred oak, and it's like it's a fresh oak. So it's like he is using a fresh oak barrel instead of a used oak barrel. What up, Jason? Good to see you, brother. Hey, all, Brian, you're killing me with these tobacco frags, man. I'm adding Treachery to my wish list. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, Rose all day is official tissue. What does official tissue mean? Does it mean you're crying? Does it make you sneeze? Do you wipe your butt with it? Just curious. But yeah, Sean Mayer, like I said, I have gone through last night. I was after my live, before my live, I was sampling this entire house. Definitely some quite challenging fragrances, but beautifully put together. Very artistic. I would say Treachery and Sun Soaked are the two that I'm definitely going to get a bottle of Sun Soaked, but Treachery is probably the easiest, even though it's got a little bit of challenge to it. I think this has a castoreum or civet in it, so it's got a little bit of that funky animalic opening, but I think it's so good. So good. Joe, I just saw you on Dan's channel. How's Mr. Smelly doing? Is he still staying pretty smelly? Have you tried any of the? No, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Chatillon Lux yet? Those are his older creations. I have not. This is the first Sean Mayer I have tried, actually. But I'm really glad. I kept seeing this pop up. I read the notes and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go with his whiskey tobacco first. And I'm really glad I did. It almost has like a fermentate, like the opening has a lot of like candied dry fruits, like sour candied dried fruits. Like if you smell this right off the atomizer, I don't think it would really appeal to you because it's literally smells like opening up the bung on a cask, on a whiskey cask, and sticking your nose in it because it's got a little bit of that harshness. But yeah, it's really, really good. Hey, all right, Joe. Oh, Joe, I wouldn't expect. So wait, Joe, you're telling me that you're drinking Johnny Walker Black? Of course you are. And wait, let me guess. Sour Patch Kids. Right? All right. Wait, you don't know what a bung is there, Pete? All right, man. One of these days, I'll just have to go through the whole process of distillation with everyone. Some variations of tissue don't hold up. Wait a second. Rose all day is tissue. Some variations of tissue don't hold up. All right, I'm still not understanding tissue. That's 2 pound bag of Sour Patch too. Okay, what is tissue? Nosy neighbor and Julio, curious. What up, Shannon? Oh, bung. Yeah. Yeah, I remember the first time. Yeah. I remember the first time I heard bunghole, and that was Beavis and Butthead. And then when I got really into booze, I was like, wait, you're serious? That hole on a whiskey cask, on a whiskey barrel is called the bunghole? And then the cork is called a bung? Really? Oh, official. Stay strong. Okay, I got you. I got you. Just like, all right. So there's three things in my life I don't, cheap out on: shoes, mattress, toilet paper. TP for my bunghole. Yeah. All right. So what are some of your favorite boozy frags, guys? I know we're here to talk about booze. I'm going to do a little recap. Strongest booze fragrance, designer-wise. Strongest designer fragrance I have in my entire collection. Stronger with you, absolutely. If you guys find this, if all you care about is smelling really good and actually so good that if you spray too much, people are going to hate you, get stronger with you, absolutely. Holy crap. That's all I got to say. Super strong fragrance. You want to smell like the holidays. You want to smell really good on Christmas. Want to smell like a really nice whiskey eggnog with some nice green camphorous pine, some burning molasses. Check out Kerosene, winter of 1999, or 99, I should say. And then you can party like it's 99. Bentley Intense for Men, also a great one. Nathalie Lorson did a fantastic job with that fragrance. Actually, I was just talking about another fragrance that she did. Oh, she did Encre Noir. What up, bro? Good to see you, buddy. If you're looking for a good mojito, Guerlain Homme. Beautiful gin, juniper berries. Almost like a nice cooling aldehyde that they put in it. A little, not fizzy, but cooling. Very cooling. You get a nice mint, nice mojito fragrance. Want to smell like a Manhattan? I will go with Baronda. Nice whiskey, a little bitter. I believe there's probably some Divana or some sort of balsamic bittering quality to this, or ingredient in this. Then it dries out nice and rosy, nice and aromatic. Actually, quite surprised me how this dried out. So I don't own Percival, and I don't own Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce anymore. This is what I own. Vodka on the Rocks by Killian. You can find these at discounters, quite often. And if you find them for less than $200, I would say it's worth it. I get a pretty good longevity out of this. The very, very cooling fragrance. Nice vodka on the rocks. Now, if you're thinking, like, wait, vodka doesn't have a smell. Well, this has a smell, but it's really just kind of smells more like a very effervescent, bubbly vodka on the rocks. So fantastic fragrance. It's more to that than that. There is more to this than that. Reminds me a lot of a very, 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 very high quality Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce. So you're getting that nice camphorous kind of greenness in the background, but very, very cooling up top. I don't know if it's still there, but there was a Bunghole Liqueurs in Salem, Massachusetts about 20 years ago. It used to crack me up whenever I walked by. That's a terrible name for your... Well, here's another terrible name for a bar. There's a bar. I don't know if it's still in Jacksonville, Florida. If anybody here is from Jacksonville, Florida, it's called Poker in the... No, let's see. It's liquor in the front, poker in the rear. So they had a liquor bar up front, or a liquor store up front, and the back was a poker bar. I thought it was hilarious. All right. Let's see here. Okay, let me catch up on. I just joined. I might have to try that. Absolutely. I always want to find good frags and nuclear performance. That is beyond nuclear performance. That's my jam. It kind of smells like Fierce, but this stuff is fire. People can hate on all they want. Yeah, I mean, of course, to each their own. It's not going to be for everybody, but Vodka on the Rocks is fantastic. It's fantastic. I picked this over Percival because I just like this a little bit more. And people don't wear this as often. So I like to set myself apart, be unique. Where's a good place to buy discounted niche fragrances? Fragrancebuy.ca. I'll say it all day. I think that is the best. I feel like there's something weird going on with Fragrance Net, and I'm not gonna say anything much more than that. But Fragrance Net has been there since 1997. They've been around for a long time, but their shipping is terrible. It's really long, and I don't really like their selection much, and they overprice people. I was looking at getting into some Parfums MDCI fragrances a while back, probably about a year or so ago. I was looking at getting um, another Parfums MDCI. I got an alert saying that they had them, and they were selling them for $600. I was like, for a 75 ml, you can go to Lucky Scent and buy them brand new for $250. It's like, yeah, I think that's kind of wrong. What Fragrance Net does, and some of these discounters do. They're selling them, the fragrances higher than retail. But fragrancebuy.ca is usually where you get a lot of my discounted niche fragrances. An alleged boozy cheapie 2 a.m. by Sean John. It's not boozy. Every time I hear that, I don't get booze. I own it. I've worn it. If anything, the best thing about, it is a good, fresh yet kind of warming fragrance. I don't get really that like a booziness. I have said in an episode that you get some booze in it. It's not really that much of a boozy fragrance to me at all, really. It's cooling. It's refreshing in that way, kind of like a nice cool, cooling cocktail, but I don't get any booze really. FragX has way better shipping for sure. Fragnet has the worst. $600 is crazy. Yes. Y'all need to be very careful. Please do your shopping around when you're going to discounters. I don't want anybody to get screwed over at all. Because, even like Killian's, they had Angels, and this is at Fragrance Buy. So Fragrance Buy isn't perfect about it too. They had Killian's Angel Share for $210. Now, that's not much more, but retail is $195 on that. So they're selling it more than retail. Never had an issue with shipping at Fragrance Net. Wow, that's awesome. Always shop around, check multiple sites. Yeah, I check everywhere between Kingdom Fragrances as well. You need to check out Steven over at Kingdom Fragrances. He's also a YouTuber and he started his own discounter site. He has some baller niche fragrances on a budget. In fact, I finally picked up Fan Your Flames. It's in the mail. I got that for $100 flat for a 50 ml. That's fantastic. Yeah, so Steven has really good prices at Kingdom Fragrances. And in fact, I'll go ahead and leave that in the. So there's Kingdom Fragrances. Venba Fragrances does a good job as well, but sometimes they do also be careful with some of their prices because their Rajas, they have a Midsummer Dream, and I think it's $50 more on Venba than you could get it from Raja. So just be wary. Be careful what you're getting. Let's see here. I don't recall you mentioning if you tried Overture Woman. I haven't tried Overture Woman. I'm still on the fence with getting Overture Man. I heard that's an extremely nice boozy fragrance. And I've decided, and I actually just filmed my last haul video this afternoon that I'm going to be posting up tomorrow for the year. Not my last haul video ever. But next year, I'm going to be slowing down a lot on picking up fragrances because I'm really going to be focusing on the channel, the brand, and giving you guys the best content on, finding very unique fragrances, which I have picked up tons, and I have a ton of awesome fragrances. But I've got so much content I want to get out there. So I'm just going to slow down on picking up as much, but I'm always going to take suggestions. And I write everybody's suggestions down. I put them in my wish list. And as you know, just like, I know Bradley Griffith isn't on here, but I just picked up Oud Cafe for him because he recommended it. And so if you guys recommend me fragrances and fragrance houses, I do appreciate it. But I try to bring you guys the most unique fragrances as much as possible. And as for cheapies, I'm going to be doing only my cheapies from discounters. I'm not going to rack stores anymore. I think it's a waste of money. I think I'm just wasting a lot of money on having a bunch of fragrances I'm not going to use. And I know that I'm a fragrance reviewer and I need you guys to, be on board. I need to help you guys out finding those, but I'm going to be going mostly from discounters. And also, Ross does a great job with cheapies, and I would rather send you guys to other channels so you can see that. So I'm spreading the love in the community because it's not just about me. My channel is successful because of you guys and from other channels. That's how I roll. It's not just me. Okay. So as you can tell, I really like my indie and I love designer fragrances as well too. But Indian niche and designers are really what I'm going to focus on in 2022 and helping you guys smell unique, find the best prices for you, and focus more on just having a fun time learning about fragrances and, more into what fragrances, how they're created and blah, blah, blah. All right. I'm going to catch them with some here. Ani, yeah. So Jeremy just got Ani from Kingdom for like $112, which they've had there for a while. Fragrance Buy, though, is my go-to, especially they don't usually have the most. Oh, Bradley just got here. Oh, right on. They don't have discounts typically, but if you always use the discount code WeThrift, you'll always get free shipping. I'll leave that up here for you. And I do believe, oopsie, whoa, shit. What I meant to do. Free shipping and frag buy. All right, so I just threw that up there. So if you put in We Thrift, you always get free shipping at fragrancebuy.ca. Good point on racks or cheapies. Often they're more expensive there. True, but also I'm getting tired of seeing the same things. I don't see a whole lot of like unique stuff. And it's kind of hard. What up from Europe, Jo? It's kind of hard for me to justify having 12 fragrances that I'm probably not going to wear. And I pay just as much on 12 fragrances as I could on one fragrance that I'm definitely going to wear. If that makes sense. I was dusting off my entire collection, and what had the most dust was this shelf right here. Well, right here, and the one next to it that you can't see. But Bradley, I was saying, I got Oud Cafe. Woohoo! Sunshine Man, Nosy Neighbor is my favorite. One of my favorite homage. It's got a beautiful cognac note. It's got some nice, beautiful citruses up top. It's got a nice florality. It doesn't just smell like your typical sunscreen. A summer fragrance, though I think it's one of those fragrances that you can wear all year round. I enjoy wearing all year round. All right, yeah, I like Overture Man. A quality fragrance like women's better. Just 1 year, 2 cents. I'll check out both of them. Overture Man just came up at Lucky Scent. I'm not purchasing anything more. I just got a haul in today. I'm trying to get everything done before the beginning of the year. But next year, I'm really going to be focusing more on, some of these more luxury fragrances. And some that, I might not enjoy, then I'll probably just sell off. But I want to get my 2 cents in on them and help you guys as much as possible make the right decision. Especially like with Overture Man. I mean, $340. If you look at a lot of reviews on Fragrantica about Overture Man, the people who are reviewing it don't like it at all. So I don't know if I'm going to like it. We'll see. Yeah, so and they're both boozy. So I'll give them a whirl. I'll give them a whiff and sniff. I'm gonna see if my favorite spot to get my decants, which is decantx, if they have it. And always remember, I have my 17% discount code there, 2 cents 17. I don't get any kickbacks from that. Let's see here. Have you tried Oud Cafe yet? Yes, I have. I'm not gonna say too much about it, because I'm still kind of test driving it. It's interesting. It's not a love for me yet, but I enjoy it. It is there. Oh yeah, you're very welcome, Bradley. I'm trying. I never give up on a fragrance, even if I don't like it at first. I always keep going,
because I think so. I think a lot of people just give up too quickly on their fragrances. They're like, oh no, this is crap. That reviewer doesn't know what he's talking about. Screw him, unsubscribe. So, I mean, not saying that actually happens, but you know, is what it is. Opinion on Phantom. Are you talking about Black Phantom? Oh, Phantom. Paco Rabanne. I forgot about that. Man. It's good. It is not great whatsoever. It's very young leaning. It's quite young leaning, honestly. I think the bottle is freaking stupid. If you notice, let's see if you can see it. I'm trying to see where I'm at. If you can see, oh, hang on, this way. Right here, you see that Paco Rabanne Lucky? My Phantom Sin behind it because I sleep right over here. It kept staring at me, so I had to cover it up. I don't know. It's weird. It's very lemony. It's very sweet. If I was to pick between two releases that kind of have similar vibes, I would go with Jean Paul Gaultier's Scandal Pour Homme over Paco Rabanne Phantom. I'm not saying that they smell exactly the same. I just I like Scandal's opening and through the dry down better than I like Paco Rabanne. Paco Rabanne's Phantom just leans a little young for me. I did pick it up, so I do like it, and I have worn it a couple times, but man, I think they should have done something. I'm curious about how the flanker is going to be. I must be garbage can sniffer. You're not a garbage can sniffer. Okay, so no, I'm not saying you're no, not whatsoever. Nosy neighbor, if you like Phantom, enjoy it. You know, that's the thing. Just because I might not enjoy something, I will say why you would like it. Like it is a lemony. It's got a nice lemony opening. It does have lavender, a lot of lavender in it. I think it's lavender and then vanilla. It's a very simplistic note breakdown, but it's good. It does just lean a little young for my taste. I mean, hell, I'm gearing up on 40, man. So, and if you are younger, then I think it would be perfect. Scandal and Phantom, I just like Scandal a little bit more. I think it's a little bit more mature, and I've always liked the Jean Paul Gaultier, that kind of DNA a little bit more because I go back to Le Male days. Your nose isn't primitive. The bottle is lame. I don't think the juice is bad. The juice isn't bad. Like I said, it's good. Have I sampled side effect? I have. And I have not gotten side effect because I have Algahabra Parfums. I have Seven Hills. It's better, in my opinion. It's got a lot of the kind of same characteristics. I have Seven Hills, which is Algahabra, ALGHABRA, Algahabra, and it is I have Seven Hills. Spicy, boozy, vanilla, ambery, oody, beauty. Enough said. And way longer lasting. One spray will last you 24 hours to get it on your clothes. Good luck ever getting it out. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Precious liquids. Hey, Bradley, what precious liquids did you get? Did you get the Oud Symphony? Because I'm loving that. Max Aroma is dope as well. Max Aroma is dope as well. They are. And also you can use Save 20 if they have that discount up for Aaron Terence Hughes fragrances. Finally. Scandal, yeah, give it a whirl and test drive them. See which one works better for you because on your skin, Phantom might be, the fragrance for you. And they put a lot of technology into making that fragrance. Or, Scandal might be the one for you. Okay, so yeah, Jason, that Tobacco Royale is stupid good. Need a YE bonus to splurge. Yeah, right. Sunshine Man is bananas. Damn right it is. Sephora has 20% off fragrances right now. Cool. Cool. All right, guys. Well, we're going to be finishing this up here. We've been on for 2 hours.
I don't want to sit here and just bore you guys. And hopefully, over the course of, us doing this more and more often, people will get more used to it, and we'll have quite a few more people showing up. But yeah. Okay, cool. So you got Tobacco Royale, Champaca, and Oud Symphony. I do like Champaca. I love the opening more than I enjoy as it starts drying down and gets into the heart. Oh, Rogue, always a pleasure, my friend. Great to see you. But if you guys have any other questions for me, please go ahead and drop me a comment down below. If you are seeing this in the future, let me know what some of your favorite boozy fragrances are. Hell, just let me know what some of your, favorite fragrances are. I would love, and don't forget also, if you're watching this, throw up those likes, guys. These likes definitely help the family tree grow bigger, bigger, and bigger. I'm so thankful that we are well over 2,000 subscribers now. I will be doing my 2,000 subscriber giveaway at the very first of the year. I'm working with quite a few brands on getting some really awesome stuff for you guys because I want to show you how much I do appreciate and love all that you do for me. So I'm so thankful. This is a labor of love for me, and I love doing it for you guys. But I am going to change one thing up. So if you were seeing this, I'm going to throw it on the community tab as well. My whiffs of the week, my weekly rotation will now be on Monday mornings, on Monday mornings, except on Sunday. That way I actually go from Monday through Sunday, and I'm actually wearing the fragrance. So yeah, I really want to make sure that everybody knows that Monday morning will be my whiffs of the week. Sunday will be something different because I'm going to be kind of busy on Sundays from here on out because I think Greta Beth and I will be doing a lot of lives on Sundays. So on Instagram. Okay, I don't have any boozy fragrances. I need to buy one. Any recommendations? Are you looking for cheap or are you looking for niche? Let me know real quick. Oh, okay, cool. Wasn't about fine. Jason, I really appreciate that, man. 2,000 subscribers is well deserved. Let's just put it this way: when I first started this channel, I wanted to get to 1,000 in a year, and I think we are now on the road to probably hitting 3 to 3,500 in a year, which is triple what I expected. So I'm very grateful for that, and I appreciate all the love and support. And as you know, the reason you guys are seeing me so much more often is because I'm doing this full time, plus taking care of my parents full time. So I have a lot more time to put into this. $100 to $200 in your budget. Okay. This is $90 for a 30 ml. This is from OK Fine Fragrances, and it is bourbon vanilla, or I'm sorry, vanilla bourbon. I always switch those around. Vanilla bourbon. This is an amazing one. $95 for a 30 ml, but a little goes a long way. All right. Don't let the size scare you. Just because it's small doesn't. A lot of bang for your buck right here. Another great one. If you're looking for, I don't know, you might actually already have this one. Lacoste Pour Homme. You can find this at rack stores. Pops up all the time. Good rum. It's got some plum and apple in it as well. If you can find this, where do I find it? Best place to find OK Fine Fragrances is Crystal Fragrances. I'm going to type that in here. It's Crystal with a K. There you go. I just threw it up in the comments. If you can ever find this one, is Stronger With You absolutely the loudest booze fragrance I've ever, designer fragrance I've ever smelled. And Verandah, another 30 ml, amazing whiskey fragrance. I would actually sample this one first, so let me rephrase that. Not a great choice. Bentley Intense for Men. That's a fantastic one. Fantastic. And that pops up at rack stores and also pops up at discounters all the time. All the time. I wouldn't pay anywhere over $30 for it. 30, maybe $40. I got 2 bottles, both. Yeah, Stronger With You flankers never came to the US,
but they have Stronger With You Intensely right now at fragrancebuy.ca. So there's that. They also are getting and have had Stronger With You Absolutely. That's where I got this, from fragrancebuy.ca. So that's why I always suggest fragrancebuy.ca, because they get a lot of the fragrances that we can't get here in the States. So definitely check that out. Bentley Intense, phenomenal fragrance. My dad wears that. He wears that to, well, he hasn't gone to church in a while, but he wears that. He wore it the other day to physical therapy, which was actually probably not the best place to wear Bentley Intense for men. But whatever. My favorite Stronger With You, without a doubt, almost has those by the fireplace vibes. You know, absolutely does. See what I did there? Could you type the first boozy fragrance? Thank you. You betcha, man. So, okay, fine. Fragrances. They also have a website, so you can go to their website. It's going to be the exact same price. But also, so this is going to be at Crystal. I'm going to go ahead and put that on here. It's at Crystal Fragrances. I'm going to leave you a discount code too. I don't know if it'll work on it. But discount code 15% off. And it works on some fragrances, not all fragrances, but it's BBB. If you're seeing this in the future, the discount code is BBB. I've gotten quite a few fragrances from Crystal Fragrances, and that's 15% off. So I got all of My2Scents parfums. I got all those for like $80, which are originally 110. So yeah, definitely check those out. But anyways, guys, I thank you so much for joining me this evening. I think this is a lot of fun. But I am going to get off here. If you have any more questions, I'll leave it open for a couple more minutes. So speak now or forever hold your peace. But if not, BBO is sold out on the Crystal, FYI. Oh, it is? Well, Rogue, definitely go check out OK Fine Fragrances website. You can definitely get it there. Now, that discount code won't work there, obviously. But thank you so much, guys. Okay, so the 2 ml. Rogue, you can still get the 2 mls there, so you can get yourself a sample and try it before you buy it, which I always suggest. There's only a few fragrances I've ever told you to go blind buy. I mean, if it's cheap enough, might as well. Yeah, absolutely. But if nobody has any other questions, I'm going to hop off here. I'm going to go eat some pizza because it's my cheat day. I'm going to go eat an entire pizza. It's going to be phenomenal. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night. Don't forget, if you enjoyed today's content, please do me a favor and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Lots of love to you, Ilza. I freaking love you, man. I can't wait for you to put out some new questions, or not new questions, new content. Thank you so much, Bradley. Lewis, till next time. You never know. I might just pop up a random live throughout the week. Just because maybe I'm getting bored sitting at home not doing nothing. What am I talking about? I'm always doing something. But yes, thank you so very much, guys. I love each and every one of you. Have a fantastic night. And always remember, you are stinking beautiful. And until next time, happy scent trails.